Just over 1 sec, calculating. Now roll. So I was watching you while you were hitting over there.
Yeah.
It looked awesome going through the ball.
Okay.
I loved what we did yesterday. I think it's really important for your lines to match the shot you're trying to hit. And even there, if you look at it, your feet were square to a fraction close.
Really?
Now that ball was a pretty straight ball, but you want to curve it left to right.
So, just to be clear, I'd like to see it just fall to the right. I'm not trying to hit like a Luke Guthrie cut per se.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I'm just trying to see it fall.
Yeah.
Because I think in general,
Okay.
I've always kind of hit it straight, but yes, I'd like to see it fall just a touch to the right, for sure.
I think you want to have a ball curve the same way every time.
Okay. Yes.
Now, it doesn't have to be a slice, it doesn't have to be a hook, but I think you want it to curve one way.
Okay.
I think that makes playing golf way easier. I think
Yes.
the hardest way to play is trying to hit a straight ball.
Well, that's
because
my
it cuts you down on both sides.
Right.
Right? But if you're curving it, if you're hitting a hook or you're hitting fade, I mean it doubles the side, right?
I mean, that's just.
I mean, this is the stuff we're talking about with you, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
now, it doesn't need to be a lot.
I haven't been thinking.
Oh, I know, that's why I'm fucking here.
Yeah.
Right, so I think we gotta learn to curve it one way.
Okay.
So, go ahead and hit one more.
I agree. That's just the ball
Yeah.
falling to the right.
Correct. Go. So now, I mean, I don't know that we need to do a ton more,
Right.
but we want to understand it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So go ahead and hit one for me. Hit like out at that orange flag.
Yep.
So that's a better setup. So,
A little bit of a hole.
little pull. So your club path was 2.5 to the left, right?
Left. Okay.
Right?
Yep.
Face just wasn't quite open enough
Okay.
to that path for it to curve all the way back.
It would have to
And
go.
we got a little wind up there also, right? And so now go ahead and set up for me. Everything you've done in your backswing is just beautiful, right? Your golf swing's looking awesome.
Right.
Okay, good setup,
It's this little stuff.
right?
Details.
So look so that feels more open than you were setting up.
I feel like my body lines when I look up. I feel like I'm 20 yards left of that flag.
Yep.
But my eye line looks right at it.
Right. Yeah.
It feels good.
Right, so now we're gonna film that, right? Now put the club head in front of the ball, other side of the ball. Now turn towards me, right? So that would probably be how you want that face to be to hit the shot you're trying to hit. You're probably like that,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
So now it's in the details, so go in there and do that. I mean, dead tits out of the center. Path is exactly the same.
Face.
Face was closed, right? Right. So match the face up. And again, we did some of this yesterday. I think just some basic work in learning the curve. So tell me when I'm directly between you.
There you go. Right there.
All right. So start it. So make it curve back to the right of that. I mean, that was dead out of the center.
Right.
right? So that would be more the shot you're trying to hit.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Was a fraction more left with the path, hair off the heel. Good, do it again. That's why the base path numbers, because it was off the heel.
It's off the heel. Okay.
Yep, so do it again. Hit me one that slices the shit out of it.
Okay.
Starts left.
Okay.
So that's a big cut.
Then, but yeah, I mean, it got
Right, so the path went more left. Face was more open. The face was open.
Right,
Keep
okay.
going. Keep
Okay.
going.
Keep doing that.
Another one.
Okay.
Makes sense what I'm asking you to
Yes,
do?
yes.
Why we're doing it?
Yes. Yes.
So that was beautiful. I thought that was more in the center. So there, that's paths a hair too much left. Face is probably a hair too much open,
Mhm.
4 and 2, but that's on the outside. That's like in the left-hand lane of where we're trying to be, right?
So would you say generally we want to be around, I think, a 2 and a
Yeah, and I,
face?
and I don't. So what? Like you've got the Launch Pro, which I love. You don't need to get as much caught up in those numbers, but you want to see that the spin, what the spin axis and the curve is on the Launch
Oh.
Pro, right? You want to make sure it's
Okay.
curving,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Right. So now, so just take a hair of that curve out of it.
Okay.
Pretty good. More solid.
He's a little behind it.
Okay. Do it again.
Not terrible.
Path was great.
Yep.
Face was more.
Shut.
Now I think set up. I think if you can get your chest more over here, I don't know,
More over the front.
chest more over the front,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yes.
More compressed.
Yes.
Agree?
Yes. I don't think I matched the release.
Pretty damn close, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Good. Keep going. I thought that was smashed more.
It was. It was.
Right? So you don't want to swing it left. I think one of the common things people do trying to hit cut is they stay back and they swing left, right? And that gets that path number too much, and it gets, eventually it gets swipey.
Yeah.
You go back to the old days when everybody first got TrackMan and everybody just looked at the numbers. You know, everybody was just trying to manufacture numbers, and it'd be, you know, when everybody first started learning about zero and out, you know, and you had all these people trying to do that, they're just fucking wiping it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I think we're still trying to do it with our pivot. We want to, if you want to swing the club forward left with your trunk,
Your trunk.
right? See how my chest
Yes.
is more over there, and I want
Yes.
the face to match. Okay, that's why that one was compressed better. So we want to hit a there. Oh, you've met Wayne Flint before,
Yeah.
and I remember one time. I know shit, and you wanna. He used to say you're trying to hit a pull with your chest, right?
Pull with
I'm
your chest?
Pull with your chest. So I'm trying to start it left with my chest, and then you're trying to hit a cut with your hands. Trying to hit a pull with your chest, cut with your hands.
Got it.
That's similar to what, Tiger in 2000 with Bush. That was one of the things just from hanging. Like he would talk about, like Tiger, he would get on top of it, get a pull with his chest, cut with his hands,
I get it.
right? All right, so educated hands, good.
Right.
All right, so jump in there, feel like you're hitting a pull with your chest and a cut with your hands. So you overdid the face there, right? Face was open 3 degrees, right?
Yeah.
But that was better. Good. Contact's getting more solid. Does this feel different?
It does.
Does it make sense?
It does. It matches everything, like
Everything we've been doing,
everything we've been doing.
right? But what I want you to get set on is I want you to go play a stretch here where you're trying to curve it one way every fucking shot. Every shot.
Okay. Got it.
Let's see what that does for you.
Okay.
Where we set up and like it's gonna change.
Literally go play and hit a cut.
Yes, every damn
Every
shot.
time.
That's you.
Right.
That's what you hit best.
Right.
I think some of your like some of the ones in proximity, let's talk about being good. If you want to draw your wedges, that's fine. But shape them the same way every time.
Got it.
But like, you need to be trying to curve it towards the ball. You aim at the target. And so if you're aimed at the target and you hang right or left, like, it's hard to aim that cone. Like you go with like a decade and stuff with the cone, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like his stuff, I don't per se use it all the time, but like I think the worst thing you can do is hit a straight.
Shit. Got understood.
Because I think like the ball's never working towards the target. It's always curving away from it.
Unless you're perfect.
Right. But if you're aiming, if you're trying, just go the opposite. You're aiming for a draw. That ball starts right, and it doesn't curve enough. It's still working towards the target, right?
Well said.
Right. So we got to be trying to curve it towards the target, and we got to have a purpose for the shape that we're trying to hit.
Right.
All right. So get in there now. But we're trying to do it with our chest. See, I thought like there's wind up there holding, right?
It's fallen a little to the right.
Yeah, I mean, that's great.
That's solid.
That's absolutely smashed. Yeah.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Pretty damn good. That's what we're trying to do,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you can aim your gun if you know which way it's going to go. So I think what happens to you in tournament play is you're aiming for a miss instead of trying to work it towards the hole. Like you've hit a couple left, so you're worried about it. So you start aiming more right. But your shot tends to fall right.
And that just screws it.
So then you aim 20 feet left because you're scared of a pull.
Yeah.
Right? But if you get in here and I'm always going to curve it this way.
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, Paul Azinger said something to Rick Lamb one time. Now think about Rick's a lefty hitting a cut, okay? So Rick, Paul, we were at the U.S. Open at Torrey Pines, and Rick was playing UV, finished 25th or 30th at the Open at Torrey, right, as a qualifier. And he said, if you're never gonna miss it right, okay, for a lefty, which would be the hook, how could you ever miss it left?
Right.
And that's like old country Florida wisdom, right? Right? But it's the same. So for you, if it's always curving this way, I'll never miss it too far that way because I can aim enough that way no matter how much it's curving.
Right.
So that's the deal,
Right.
right? But we got to get that ball working. We got to get you thinking more about how, and this is all about improving your proximity. Right? Like we talked yesterday, we want a shot and a half a fucking round. Right? A shot around. It's improving proximity. It's curving, it's trying to hit the same shot. Let's master one shot.
I agree.
You know, Smiley played his very best, to me, that year when he won and had success at the Masters. Everything went that way. Right? He could hit this bullet fade. It was beautiful off the tee. When he needed to draw it, he did draw his wedges a little, but when he needed to draw something off the tee, he hit a 3-wood.
Sure.
But it really didn't curve much. I think we hit 3-wood on 10, and he hit it down the. But then he, after all that, he came back and he thought he needed to start working it more to be an elite player. It's like, fuck, let's just be good for a while, make some cash. But he, that was to me kind of one of the starts of getting off track, right? Because his nemesis was getting under 2 into out, like, right? So that brought in both sides, right? Like you could, but what his success was curving it all this way. And I don't care whether Lucas Glover did it all this way. I've had guys be great both sides, but you've got to pick a side, I think. Right? Now, if you get to be the top 20 player in the world, and we need to start drawing shots to win more majors, that's a different story. Right. But we got to get you there first. Right. Get in there. Hit me a fade and understand what does it. Miss hit, but it was the right shape.
Yes.
Okay. Better, huh? Yeah.
Trying to feel that chest getting over.
Yeah, you're doing that. Set up. So the difference from yesterday there is your feet are square to slightly open. Right. Your aim tended to get too much to the right, if anything, set up more for a draw, and you're trying to hit a straight ball or a ball that falls right from a draw stance, right? And that made the pressure go too much to the heel, which made you hit pulls or some block, right? All right, so get set up. There you go. Put the club head in front of the ball. Turn it with your body. Or stretch. Go back to the ball. Keep your right foot. Don't go like this doing it. Turn your chest and your hips. There you go. But you want more over here. More over here. Good. Feel that? Good. Get there for me. That was it, babe.
That was it.
There you go. So that was right where you want the path, and the 2 range. Face was a degree open. But you did it with your turn. Right. Okay? Keep going. See, and that's curving the correct way.
Right.
So like what I like is that ball started a hair more left than you want, right? But if that's the old LB, that ball starts 30 feet too far left and keeps going. That one starts 30 feet left, but it's curving back and it's 18 feet. Because you're trying to hit a shot.
Yeah.
Trying to hit a
Yeah.
shot. It's
Trying to
always,
hit a shot.
we always want to be working that ball towards the hole.
Yeah, yeah.
Shit, but working that ball away from the hole don't make you any fucking money. And as fast as women spend it, you gotta make it, man. Make sense, though?
It's like a light bulb at the moment. Yeah, I mean, I know it's, yeah.
That's trying to come back.
It's trying, yep.
Yeah. Look, these are dead out of the center.
That's solid.
Path is virtually the same every time.
Right.
And I think that we have to get away, like, you've done so good. And like we talked about the progression over the last couple of years, it's less about me giving you one more thing that's going to make you great. And it's more about us continuing to develop your understanding of how to play at that level, right? So, and you're finding it out. And so, like, to me, your mechanics are great. I mean, your golf swing's awesome. We got to get better control of the golf ball. How are we going to get control of the ball? Better control of the golf ball for you. We're going to make sure you're set up every time to hit the specific shot.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to try to hit, for all intents and purposes, the same curve all the time. That doesn't mean if you're behind a tree and you've got a hook and you get it back in fucking play. But, like, right? Always trying to work it for you that way, right? If you came to me and you said, I want to hit hooks, that's fine.
Right.
We'll draw it all the time. But we're going to make the setup match what we're trying to do.
What do you think about trying this with the driver? So you want to keep working with the 7?
We're going to do a 7 and then we're going to do drivers, yeah.
Okay,
We're
we'll
going to
keep
do it
working
with
with
everything, yeah. Shit. We rolling.
So I'm hitting this shot with my chest.
Hitting it with your turn, your pivot, right? So you feel more chest, probably, right? Does that feel like more chest rotation?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Okay. How good was that? Right? I mean, that's awesome. So now you're set up the same way every time. You're making the ball start on basically the same line every time. And it's curving close to the same amount. And because the face is,
That would be our best one.
right? Yeah. Yeah. If you look at this, like your trace isn't as quick to the heel. Look at that. Look how your body's release it through. So, right? So, like, I think the too quick to the heel that you had was because you weren't aiming for the shot. You were seeing in your head. Okay, so that solves a lot of problems. Keep going. You're doing beautiful. Outstanding. Right out of the center of the face. Pretty good. Pass about the same, right? Face was open to it. So you're hitting the same shot.
Yes, yes.
Good. Again, 2 more of these and we'll do drivers. See, I freaking love that.
Yeah, I do too. It's very consistent. Working towards the target. Not trying to hit this straight ball and then if you miss,
And so look,
it's moving away from the
about
target.
this too. Like, so if anything, your swing tends to get a hair steeper coming down. The
Yeah.
shaft gets a little bit above the forearm.
Yeah.
Like, that's you.
Right.
There's been great players with majors, being right. Everybody gets caught up that it's got to be on that forearm. It doesn't have to be great. Your golf swing's to hit fade.
Okay.
Guarantee you, if we go back and look at old shit from Illinois, it was a little bit above the plane.
Interesting. That's me. You're not going
That's
to
you.
change that.
We've
That's
made
me.
you physically
Yeah.
better, you're turning better,
Yeah.
but like, you know, I mean, we got to,
Awesome.
right?
Yeah.
Makes sense?
Okay.
Hit me one more. That was so good, dude. And I think we get wrapped up in this, like everybody gets wrapped up in it's got to be shallow, like it doesn't,
Right.
right?
I hear you.
It doesn't. So damn good. So damn good. As good as it gets, right? So that's how you get it closer, is understanding how to hit one shape and control it. Hit me one more. Might have been mishit, but it's
Just hit, but it's
but it's
the
the
right thing.
same deal.